Hey guys, it's Katiepie here from Second Chance Pie. Something I wanted to mention the other day that I got sidetracked on was I was having a conversation with someone who also lives in chronic pain across the other side of the world, and they haven't been living in it with it for very not as long as me, not as 4.5 years. So they are still learning how it feels and how to control the mind to be able to overcome chronic pain and live with it and function with it and do really well with it and actually end up using it as a strength. It took me a long time to learn this, but something I wanted to be very honest about, which perhaps I'm not as honest as I should be, is sometimes it is just too much. And when you are in such extreme pain that you feel like you cannot walk or stand up or drive a car or function or even breathe in without being sick, and you're exhausted because all of your energy is spent on trying to process that. Like you often get that situation when you're in work, and you have to work and you've got to get through. Sometimes it can get too much, and even when you have learnt to master that challenge, it's okay to be vulnerable and let it get to you sometimes. And the thing is, when you are that tired and you are in that much pain, your ability to be rational and function lessens almost by the hour of when it starts to spike. And exactly that happened to me tonight. And I just want to share my wee story of how if you let your mind go and let that control go over your situation at hand, how everything else follows on as an after effect. I have been going through the final completion of my notice that I've been serving in a job, and it has been very, very, very challenging. I have worked so hard to do a good job and walk away and not leave a huge workload for other people and not leave a mess. And I've done that. I'm very, very proud. But of course, I finished my job yesterday and I've gone straight into a new career again today. New job, new career, new training, new way of thinking. Not just a different company, a whole new career. Good thing I've done that before, just a few years ago. I know what I have coming to me. I know what I have to tackle. But at the same time, because I've been working such huge hours with so much energy, no breaks, not resting, my pain is through the roof. It is out of control. And tonight, I'm so exhausted after my first day of my new job, where I am just fried, that I got home to the simplest little issue that shouldn't have really been an issue, and it just broke me. I lost the ability to be able to be rational. I couldn't see past the fault, and of course everything else became a problem on top of it, and I allowed it to. And what happened as the outcome was I had a proper breakdown and meltdown tonight, and I swore, I cried, I was generally pissed off with the world. And the only one that affects is actually me. I'm the only one that feels that. So that's what happens when you lose that ability to control it all within your mind. It's very easy for it to end up like this. And that's what happened tonight. So my car wouldn't start. My car has blown up. And I've got 3 cars in the driveway and a motorbike. And one car works. One I can't afford to put gas in because it's too guzzly. The other one, it was running, but it's got a blown head gasket, but I've sold it and they're picking it up tomorrow. So the fact that it wouldn't work, I couldn't see, it wouldn't turn on, so I couldn't see past the fact that I wasn't going to be able to sell it. I wasn't going to be able to get it out of my doggie's way. Beanie's on a chain, she gets tangled around all the wheels, just the most minor details. And I fell apart, and I'm really, really embarrassed that I let that happen. But on reflection, once you've dried your tears and you learn to breathe again and you take a step back after Some friends saw you all cry for help and came round and helped you fix the issue at hand so that you could see through the other side. Once you look at all of that in reflection a couple of hours later, you wonder how you ever got there, but you realize that it's okay, because sometimes it's just too much. And if you're going through all of this stuff on your own, you will know how much energy it takes. And sometimes my friends that turned up tonight to help me with my car that wouldn't start, that I have sold, that is my blown head gasket, the first thing they did, they didn't even talk about the car or look at the car. Both of them came up to me and wrapped their arms around me and gave me the biggest hug I've had in a very long time. I don't get many of those. I really don't. And that was just magic. So my pain is up there. I am not functioning very well. But I'm just checking in to say that, you know what? You don't have to be Superman or Superwoman all the time. You are human. We are human. And there is only so much you can cope with until we don't have that ability to cope at that point in time or fix that problem. And that's okay. It's okay. And so what I did as a result is I asked for help. Very, very proud that I've managed to learn how to do this. I ask for it in a really roundabout way. I don't say, hey, I need help, can you come and help me? I put it out there so everyone knows that I am struggling with something on my own, and the people that know me best know that's how I go about things. And these two people turned up on my doorstep and they gave me a hug that just made me just fix so many pieces. Just glued it all back together. So yeah, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I am complicating so many issues that I don't need to. And tomorrow, when my pain is back down a wee bit again, I've had a bit of sleep, I will tackle my new job for the weekend with grace and vigor and energy, and I'm gonna absorb and learn and excel. And then I'll deal with the other cars on my property later. We'll get there, one step at a time. Not the big picture, not everything at once, one step at a time. And even a few years on, through a recovery, you have to bring yourself back down to earth and remind yourself that it's one step at a time. Tomorrow, I put one foot in front of the other, and we take that step again. So, you're normal. You're human. This is life. Welcome to the challenge, baby.